Okay, welcome to a class on compound nouns, noun phrases. We'll also look at the double genitive, which is a bit annoying, it's complicated, it's hard for me to tell you what's right and what's wrong, it's one of those topics. But we will certainly look at apostrophe and S, a noun, or the noun of a noun. Because, you know, is it the Earth's surface or is it the surface of the Earth? Or are both of them correct? So that's what we're going to look at today. So typical compound nouns first. And a compound noun is any two-word thing, two-word item that refers to one object. So of course, cat food, it refers to the noun, the thing, cat food, which you buy from the shop. It's a type of food for your cat. Now, I know that some of you might think that ought to be cat's food, because it's the food of a cat. And, the logic is correct. But over time, I suppose it's over time anyway, we just say cat food. When we say the cat's food, which is correct, that means, well, when you put a the there, it certainly means my cat's food. And it doesn't mean cat food in general. Okay, and I think that's an important thing to point out straight away. Cat food is the stuff you buy from the shop, but the cat's food is your cat's food. It's the food of your cat. Okay, so that is possible, but when you're talking about the generic item that you buy, cat food, dog food, that's a compound noun, and you see noun, noun. But some compound nouns will be, verb, preposition or something like that. And so they are complicated things, compound nouns. And you just have to check in the dictionary if it's two words or if it's hyphenated or if it's one word like toothpaste or wallpaper. So, there's no rule here I can give you for when it's two words or one word or a hyphenated word. All I can say is check in the dictionary. And unfortunately, over time, things change with compound nouns. I've noticed that most of the time I see no one unhyphenated nowadays. But when I was a boy, I remember it always being hyphenated with no one, with a hyphen there. So things do change with these compound nouns over time. And I think ice cream is another one which used to be hyphenated but isn't anymore. I think it's two words. I'm not sure. I will check in a dictionary. I've even seen today and tomorrow hyphenated in Jekyll and Hyde. I remember in Jekyll and Hyde, he always hyphenates today. Now, don't do that. Make it one word, because that's what we do nowadays. Today is just one word without a hyphen. But if you read some old books, you see things like tomorrow hyphenated as well. To-morrow. So bear in mind, with compound nouns, things change over time. That's the first thing to understand. And there isn't really a rule to follow to find out whether it's hyphenated or one word or two words. But here are some examples. Climate change, alarm clock, car park, exit strategy. This is perhaps a financial term for how you decide to move out of a position. Maybe you're heavily invested somewhere, and the exit strategy would be a plan of how you're going to stop investing in that position and go somewhere else. I think that's what an exit strategy means, but it's a strategy for getting out of something. But it's usually used in finance. Brother-in-law is the brother of your spouse, your husband or wife. That's the brother of your husband or wife. That's your brother-in-law, your wife's brother or your husband's brother. And notice I say it like this: wife's brother or husband's brother. And that's because these two people, they're people. We normally do it with people, this. Okay, so brother-in-law, check-in, the check-in at an airport. Sometimes that's an adjective and you say the check-in desk or something like that. But you do sometimes say the check-in, the check-out, and you mean it as an as a noun, as a place in the airport. You can talk about a letdown, which is a disappointment. And if you check Oxford Dictionary, you'll see it hyphenated, but if you check Cambridge Dictionary, you'll see it as one word. And so this is why you have to check a dictionary. The dictionaries do sometimes disagree.